soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still, know you are God. Find rest, my soul, in Christ alone. Know His voice in quietness and trust. In the ocean rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still, know you are God. The ocean rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still, know you are God.
Please remain in attention as we sing the Philippine National Anthem. I'd like to request our Danao City Mayor for Hia Nacional de Filipinas. As spoken by Crisostomo Ibarra, a famous character of Jose Rizal's Noli Me Tangere, if the national hero is present in our midst today, he will be very happy seeing the fruits of our labor. He will be very happy not just seeing the glory of our annual death commemoration, but seeing the fruits of his sacrifices that we are able to sustain at present to enjoy the freedom that we have now. That is why today, December 30, 2022, we commemorate the 126th death anniversary of our national hero, none other than Dr. Jose PROTASIO Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda. Let us give him a big round of applause. Alam po ba ninyong namatay si Dr. Jose Rizal na kalmado lang at walang anumang senyas ng takot? Bago nga raw po siya dalhin sa bagong bayan kung saan siya binaril ng mga sundalo na nakalulungkot man ay mga kapwa natin Pilipino, normal daw ang pulso ni Rizal. Ayon sa kanyang doktor na si Dr. Felipe Ruiz Castillo na kumilati sa kanya. We all know that you have different questions, different curiosities. Nganong nahimo siyang national hero, unsay iyang giagian atong nga mga tuiga. Now, to introduce to us and share a bit of the history of Rizal, let us call our guest this morning at pakinggan ang isang pagpupugay sa makulay na buhay ng ating bayani. Salubungin po natin sa isang masigabong palakpakan ng ating panauhin galing po sa Hermanos of Cebu, the Freemasons of Logia Libertad number 30 under the Gran Logia Nacional de Filipinas, Hermano Giovanni Ruiz.
Good morning to everyone, and thank you for having us. It's an honor to share this very important day with the rest of our countrymen of Danao. Allow me to speak in English for brevity because narrating things like history would need to be a bit efficient. Today we will do a simple reenactment of the final burial ceremony of our Hermano Dimas Alang, an 18th degree member of the Scottish Rite. We will call on the brothers of Logia Libertad number 30 to please reenact that fateful day when Rizal's remains were transferred from Paco Cemetery to the Luneta Park. we may recall, Hermano Dimas Alang, Dr. Jose Rizal's body was buried in Paco Cemetery but had to be reburied at the Luneta Park. And the reason for that was because when he died uncoffined, unaccorded a Christian burial. So the brothers of the Freemasonry of the Philippines were one of those who helped transfer his remains to the Luneta Park. On this day, 126 years ago, an innocent man was executed by musketry in a place called Bagumbayan, now known as Luneta. And we have been commemorating his death ever since. At risk of sounding obvious, let me ask why, dear countrymen, are we commemorating a commonly known fact of history? And the short answer is that we are all perpetually forgetful, distracted, confused. What with the pandemic, the inflation, and the rumors of war, don't we all have enough problems to worry about? And so, oftentimes, the memory of goodness fades far sooner than the terrible acts of evil. So, if it will help us today, allow me to recall the evil charges of rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy lodged against Dr. Jose Rizal. His crime was actually threefold, having articulated three aspirations, that of freedom, equality, and fraternity. His first crime was advocating for freedom, not from Spanish rule, but from ignorance. Ignorance made endemic by a feudal system that accorded the right of education only for the privileged few. Rizal even wrote the Nole Mi Tangere and the El Filibusterismo that opened our eyes to this truth. Ironically, you have to have the benefit of a proper Spanish education to understand these two books. Back then, only about 4% of the population could read and speak Spanish. His second crime was advocating for equality, equal rights with the Spanish Peninsulares, and representation in the Spanish Parliament. The Philippines, after all, had long been a colony of Spain. Can't she be treated like a proper Spanish province, equal in rights before God and law? His third crime is having the audacity of once professing that we all belong to a brotherhood of men under the fatherhood of God, albeit a God that would not be fully understandable to men, and not especially as the Spanish frailes have shown God to be in their day-to-day lives. The frailes knew that Rizal had traveled to Europe to study the cultures, laws, and governments of European countries in order to help his countrymen, in addition to training to become an eye specialist in order to cure his mother. When Rizal arrived in Spain, he came into the company of intellectuals steeped in European Enlightenment era thinking, where ideas like individual liberty, freedom of speech, equality, and religious tolerance challenged the long-established social order, that of unquestioning obedience to the church and the state. Rizal did find himself in the company of Freemasons and was even raised to the degree of Rose Crua, the 18th degree of the ancient and accepted Scottish Rite, during his studies abroad in Madrid and later on in Paris. And because the church knew that Dr. Jose Rizal was a Mason, his body was not accorded a proper Christian burial, partly for fear of fanning the flames of insurrection across the archipelago, which still happened even without his body nor his consent. So after his execution, his body was buried uncoffined and in an unmarked grave in Papo Cemetery, and in which thankfully his own sister Narcisa had discovered, and much later had exhumed and had his remains transferred to Luneta Park with the help of the hermanos, exactly like what we are reenacting today. To Luneta Park, where the more gracious Americans allowed our heroes' bones to be interred for our nation's veneration and remembrance. And this takes us back to where we began. In loving commemoration of a man who committed the gravest crimes worthy of imperial capital punishment, just to remind us about who we truly are. A nation that is free, a nation that is equal, a nation that is very much accountable to each other's welfare as brothers and sisters under the fatherhood of a just God. May we never forget this immortal lesson of our beloved Hermano de Masalang, our nation's hero, our Dr. Jose Rizal. Thank you very much for your attention.
Gentlemen, knowing and commemorating what truly happened sa paglubong sa ato ang national hero nga si Dr. Jose Rizal. With much sorrows that we feel, no, commemorating the years that happened way back, let us move on to the present and to the brighter side of the present. Alam po natin na si Dr. Jose Rizal ay hindi lamang magaling sa pagsusulat ng mga akdang panitikan, kundi siya rin ay isang magaling na aktor, magaling na pintor, magaling na musikero, and so on. In fact, he has 55 skills and talents, and other things that he can do is not yet added to that number. We can just imagine no, kung unsa siya ka-versatile. Now, we shall witness an intermission number to show how talented Filipinos and Danawanans are. Ipinagmala po natin siya, salubungin po natin siya ng malakas at masigabong palakpakan, binibining Kayla Faith Kaputulan sa kanyang awit para sa ating bayani. For the freedom, for a country, for love, ang bayan ko. Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kanyang pala, nag-alay na kanta't tilag, at sa kanyang lumi at tanda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, bumihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon mang maylayang lumipad, Muli, si Binibining Kayla Faith Kaputulan sa kanyang handog na awit at sa pagiging inspirasyon sa mga kabataan ng Danao at ng Pilipinas. Thank you, Binibini. Ang pagiging mahusay at talentado ay talagang nananalaytay na sa ating mga dugo. At ngayon, para ibigay sa atin ang kaniyang pambungad na mensahe, espesyal na mensahe sa araw na ito, tawagin na natin ang isa sa mga nagpapatuloy at makasisiguro po ako na magpapatuloy sa mga ginawang serbisyo ni Ginoong Rizal sa ating bayan. Our respected and beloved Danao City Mayor, Honorable Famous Mark Mix Durano. Let us give him a big round of applause, please.
Okay, picture mo. Okay, kuha na.
Our beloved Vice Mayor Ramonito Durano III, members of the Sangguniang, Panglungsod, DepEd personnel, atong kapulisan, atong BFP, atong PGMP, Traffic Division, Head of all national offices, department heads, employees, children, ladies and gentlemen, maayong kapuntagon kanatong tanan. To live is to be among men, and to be among men is to struggle. A struggle not only with them, but with ourselves, with their passion, but also with one's own. Considered as one of the greatest heroes in the Philippine history, Jose Rizal, a man of various talents, left us traces of courage and hope, a legacy to every Filipino. Commemorating his martyrdom highlights the spirit of nationalism and reminds everyone that a Filipino who lives his country through the practice of his own profession is like Rizal, who lived and died for his nation. Rizal Day challenges us how to be a hero in our own simple ways. As we struggle to make the lives of our family better, we also struggle to make our community better. It need not be through martyrdom and blood. In this historical stage of an unending struggle, we are called to different missions and roles in lives. And as this mission and roles mandates us, heroism is modern times justifies how honest and efficient we are in rendering ourselves to our clients, families, parents, children, and everyone we ought to preserve and protect, overcoming the hurdles ahead, facing our struggles with courage and passion, confronting what is necessary, stand on our ground, fight for the next generation. Being a law enforcer, a public servant, a parent, a teacher, and a child, we must take part and be vigilant enough to the actions and course of time affecting the moral and ideas our forefathers fought so hard to sustain. Believing in a hero within us, we can unite divisions and together transform this society to one which we can all be proud of globally. So with this, I say, Sidlak Danao, Sidlak Danawano.
Thank you, Mayor Mix, for that piece of inspiration to us all. Tunay po na nagsusumikap ang lokal at mga nasyonal na sangay ng gobyerno sa Danao City upang makamit ang kasarinlan sa pamamagitan po ng pagbigay ng mga programa at serbisyo para sa mga tao. At patunay lang po ng ating paggalang sa serbisyo publiko ang mga awards na nakamit natin sa taong ito. Gaya na lang po ng Seal of Good Local Governance o SGLG. Tumungo na po tayo sa pinakamahalagang bahagi ng ating palatuntunan upang formal na bigyang pugay ang ating bayani. Let us now proceed to the wreath laying to be led by the Danao City Community Scouts, Hermanos of Cebu, Philippine National Anthem, and our city officials. To be led by, of course, our City Mayor, Honorable Thomas Mark Mixdurano, and our City Councilors. First, to offer the wreath to our beloved national hero is City Mayor Honorable Thomas Mark Mixdurano, followed by our Sangguniang Panglunsod members, City Councilors, Honorable Muching Durano, Honorable Danny Roble, Honorable Unil Canson, Honorable Pangging Arias, Honorable Christine Gore, Honorable Calvin Tuarles, Honorable Sinforiano Calderon, and Honorable Rhea Cecilia Dayday. And now, with the heads of office from the local government unit of Danao. We're now inviting our hermanos and to be followed by the heads of offices of our national agencies. From the Philippine National Police, Danao City, Bureau of Fire Protection, Danao City, and Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Danao City. Liga ng mga barangay. Joining us also is Department of Education, Danao City Division. We also have the Knights of Columbus. And after this program, I'd like to request everyone to remain for the documentation. And the Danao City government employees to offer now their flowers and wreaths. We are now witnessing the wreath laying from the Danao City government employees. Offering their flowers as a sign and symbol of respect and love for our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. punto po ito, magtatapos na ang ating palatuntunan. Ngunit sana ay huwag magtapos ang ating pag-alala at pagbibigay-pugay sa taong nagdala sa atin ng kasarinlan na tinatamasa po ng ating bayan ngayon. Naway, huwag po nating kalilimutan na mayroong isang taong nagsakripisyo para tayo po ay maging malaya. Respect, honor, and to never forget our national hero. Maliit man sa mata ng mga banyaga, dayuhan, ngunit para sa atin siya'y tunay na may pagmamalaki ng ating bansa. Muli po ating palakpakan ang ating pambansang bayani, Dr. Jose Rizal. Bilang pangwakas, sabay-sabay nating ready na? We shall now witness the closing dance performance from our Danao City Youth. Thank you so much, Danao City Youth. And to everyone, thank you so much for your love and presence this morning. To our city officials, our local and national government offices, to our guests this morning, daghan kaayong salamat. After this program, may I request, mag-documentation lang ta, mag-group picture lang ta, di na to palampason ang talagsaon kaayong panghitabo karong adlaw as we are part of the history itself. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. City officials. City officials to be followed by our department heads. And to guide the group, anhi lang taatubang tungod aning posti, anhi lang taatubang. Or pwede na sa front. Okay. To be followed by the department heads. Department heads from the local and national agencies. With department heads, local and national agencies. Also requesting our LGU employees to stay for a while. Okay, our guests, if you can join us also. We will invite our Hermanos of Cebu to be followed by the Knights of Columbus. With our Danao City Mayor and our Hermanos, and followed by the Knights of Columbus. Knights of Columbus. Danao, Liga ng mga Barangay, please join us. And we have the rest of the day today for your photo opportunity. BJMP. After the agencies, let's have BJMP, PNP, and PFP, followed by DepEd and Liga ng mga Barangay. Eyes here. BFP. BFP followed by the PNP. Right after is DepEd and Liga ng mga Barangay. DepEd is up next. Liga ng mga Barangay, please get ready. DepEd in our division. Pwede pa rin napita. Liga ng mga Barangay, where are you? Okay, thank you, DepEd. We will now proceed. Liga ng mga Barangay. Liga ng mga Barangay. Liga ng mga Barangay. Next is SP. SP. And it's a wrap. Barangay Peso, where are you? Barangay Peso, get ready. Please get ready. Our designates ng Public Employment Services Office in Barangays. O yung mga naghatag o assist ng mga trabaho. Okay, Barangay Peso. Your next, nainihangyo si Barangay Peso. Daycare, the now daycare, please get ready. Mga magtutudlo sa tong daycare, get ready. Daycare teachers. Daycare teachers. Ang tighulma sa mga nahuna sa mga bata. Teachers, please stay here. Ibalansi lang ito. Balansi ka, takasluyo po yung man here. gosh, it's a wrap. Thank you. Thank you, Euromix. Sa ato mga kauban sa Danao City Hall, natay tibok adlaw para mapapicture din with Rizal. Thank you everyone. Happy New Year!